Not a single major college program wanted him. He was too short, too skinny, and scouts swore his game would never survive against grown men. So how did that exact kid go on to rewire the most popular basketball league on earth, force every single team to copy him, and change the way the sport is played at every level, from the NBA all the way down to your local middle school gym? This is the story of how Stephen Curry broke basketball forever. Rewind to high school. Stephen Curry is the son of an NBA sharpshooter, but he does not look the part at all. He is skinny, baby-faced, and listed somewhere around 6 feet on a generous day. The big programs, the Dukes, the North Carolinas, the schools his bloodline should have guaranteed, all pass on him. The only real believer is a tiny school called Davidson. That is it. The future of basketball was a recruiting afterthought that almost nobody in the country actually wanted. Then March of 2008 happened, and the kid nobody wanted put on a show the entire country could not look away from. Curry dragged tiny Davidson on a stunning run through the NCAA tournament, dropping 40-point games on blue blood programs and almost reaching the Final Four by himself. Overnight, the skinny afterthought became must-see television. The Golden State Warriors took him 7th overall. And then, almost immediately, his own ankles started trying to end his career. For his first few seasons, Curry's whole career hung by a thread. His ankles kept rolling and breaking down, surgery after surgery. There were genuine conversations about whether his body could even hold up in the NBA at all. The critics wrote him off again, the exact same way they always had. But what none of them understood was that while those ankles were healing, he was quietly building the single most unstoppable weapon the sport had ever seen. Because when those ankles finally held, Stephen Curry did not just get good, he detonated the entire rulebook of basketball. He started pulling up from distances that coaches considered bad shots, terrible decisions, basketball heresy, and he drained them at a rate that made no statistical sense at all. In 2016, he became the first unanimous MVP in NBA history, on a team that won a record 73 games. Nobody had ever played the game like this. Nobody had ever even imagined it. And here is the part that changed everything. It won. Alongside Klay Thompson and the Splash Brothers, Curry turned Golden State into a full-blown dynasty, stacking championships and rewriting record books. Because this is the brutal truth about every sport. Coaches will dismiss a style as a gimmick right up until the moment it starts winning titles. The second Curry's game won rings, it stopped being a gimmick and became the blueprint every other team on earth was suddenly forced to chase. Look at the NBA today, and you are looking at Stephen Curry's world. Teams that used to take 15 threes a game now launch nearly 40. The mid-range jumper, once the very soul of the sport, has been analyzed almost completely out of existence. Every front office on the planet is now hunting for the next shooter who can bend the floor the way he does. He did not just win games. One-of-one talked. He reprogrammed the way an entire sport thinks about scoring, and there is simply no going back. And then he made it official. Curry blew past Ray Allen to become the greatest three-point shooter the league has ever seen, by a margin that grows every single night he steps on the floor. But the truest measure of what he did is not on any stat sheet. Walk into any gym, any park, any driveway in the world right now, and watch the kids. They are not backing anyone down in the post. They are stepping back from 30 feet, flicking their wrist, and yelling his name. So, where does that actually leave him? You can argue all day about whether Stephen Curry is the greatest of all time, and that debate is fair. But greatest and most influential are not the same word. Michael Jordan made everyone in the world want to be like him. Stephen Curry made everyone in the world have to play like him. The skinny kid that not one single big school wanted did not just make the NBA, he rebuilt it in his own image, and the entire sport is still living inside the game that he created. So what do you think? Is Stephen Curry the most influential basketball player who ever lived? And did he save the NBA or break it? Drop your take in the comments and subscribe for more deep dives into the game and the players who changed it forever.